Hi there event fitters, I'm going to do a bit of a voiceover as you watch this video. Today's video is a cardio strength circuit. You don't need any equipment, just remember the chair or have a wall close by ready for those tricep dips, and everything else you can just do either on the grass or in your house with a mat. So let's get the workout started. You're going to see me do one full round, but you're going to complete 3 full rounds. 45 seconds of work with 15 seconds of rest. So in the first 45 seconds you're going to do a push-up with a side twist. Now I'd rather you do less and have them controlled than do more and have them with poor form. As you can see here, I'm doing them on my toes, but if you find the if you find the press up variation too hard, you can go onto your knees to do the press up and then come onto your feet to do the side plank. Okay, so next we've got the Curtsey lunge with torso twist. As you can see here, I nearly forgot what I was doing, but we're going to do a Curtsey lunge, so it's effectively lunging to the side with one foot crossing behind the other one. Key things to try and remember is to keep the weight on those toes, try and keep the movement slow and controlled, or else you'll do what I do here, which is kind of lose my balance and nearly fall over. Because this is one of your strength moves, I'd rather you focus on like a nice slow controlled movement. It is one of those more complicated movement patterns that looks easier than it is to perform, so take it nice and slow. If you find the lunge too difficult, just perform a normal lunge with the twist at the bottom of the lunge if this is too difficult for your knees. So in an attempt to get that heart rate up a little bit, we've got jumping jack with punches. So I'm performing one jumping jack with 4 like straight punches, but you could do other punch variations. This one actually can get your heart rate up quite a bit, but if you find it too difficult, then you could just step out, step back in, or if you find it too easy, you could actually, take the feet and hands completely off the floor at the same time and do almost like an elevated star jump with the punches. Okay, so the narrow to wide squat jump, this is going to be probably your most hardest in terms of strength and cardiovascular work. So here you're going to perform a narrow squat, jump up into the air and then perform a wide squat. You're going to get some knee movement, but you want to try and limit the internal rotation of the knee as much as possible. So try and keep the weight into the heels and try and make sure you've got a little pop in the jump. This one does burn a little bit, so you probably will need to take a little bit of rest here and there. As you can see, that was my moment. If you find the narrow squat to wide squat jump too difficult, just start with the standard squat jump, or if you find the jumping too difficult, just go with an air squat, so you're squatting down and squatting up. Burpees. The love to hate exercise that everyone actually really hates. Burpees are great because they get that hip thrust movement, shoulder stability while you're on the floor. What I'm doing, the burpees variation I'm doing here is chest to floor burpees, and it's just that little harder to get back up, and I'm doing a pop jump at the top. You can obviously do a step down, step out, step back type of burpee rather than the jump if you find this movement a little bit too hard on the lower back and on the knees. We're giving the lungs a bit of a break here and working on the abs instead. So we've got your bicycle abs. Don't underestimate these. 45 seconds of bicycle abs can really start to feel the burn. But it's really good exercise to do. We quite often concentrate on planks and like core control when we're doing rider fitness types exercises. So it's quite good to work the obliques and work in a bit of a more dynamic range from time to time. So making sure that you remember your chair, perform tricep dips either on a chair or the bench. If you have your legs slightly bent like mine, it will be easier. Keeping them dead straight out in front of you will be harder. And if you want to make it even easier, bend the knees more and bring the heels towards the chair. Try and make sure you get a good stretch down the front of the shoulder and that you feel it in your triceps when you come up. And the added leg raise is just really good for hip flexor strength. I've got my legs slightly bent on the raise, but you can have them fully bent to make it slightly easier, or completely straight to make it harder and more controlled. And last but not least, we've got the mountain climbers. Again, it's one of those exercises that doesn't look that hard, but actually when you're trying to do it, the fact that you're on the floor, you get the blood rushes to your head, your blood pressure goes up, your top, as mine is, comes up, and you're worried everyone's looking at your belly. Don't worry about it, get these done. You can perform them in a variety of different ways. As here, I'm just jumping, like sort of running my legs forward. To make it harder, you can jump them, so you almost switch hop legs to jump them, and to make it easier, you can do like a walking variety. And for 45 seconds of these, you can really feel it in the hip flexors, in the core, and also when the blood rushes to your head. So you've seen me perform one full round of that, and you're going to complete another 2 rounds, so that will be a 25-minute circuit in total if you don't take any rest. If you take a couple of minutes rest in between each set, then it's obviously going to be 30 to 35-minute cardio circuit. So I hope you enjoy that. I'd love to hear how you get on and your thoughts. If you haven't already, head over to my YouTube page, like and subscribe the videos, and that way you'll get all my latest content. And I look forward to seeing you in the next members video soon.